put sending the brothers in jail for nothing. Hey, my brother, what you here for? He said, nothing. I never did understand that for the sake of my life. He said, nothing. That's how long you here for? He said, ever? And you know it's a long time. You take the 4 off that motherfucker.
What if God was one of us? Just a thug like one of us. Looking for love in the club like one of us. Trying to make it off the slums like one of us. What if God was one of us? Just a thug like one of us. Looking for love in the club like one of us.
Lead on. I think I'm falling in love, yeah, with ballin', because I never had enough. I used to send it all to my plug, risk it all. Now my dog say that dog, that's what's up. And he scored triple-double every time they sack, touch wrapped up. Hope them stacks come faster than them cuffs. Why would you wanna be like us? I laugh if you ain't have to hustle. Wasn't brought up in a struggle, never suffer. I bet a 9-to-5 job be so much better for you. Never mind, catch a charge, make a bond, get a lawyer. Damn, get a record, now it's hard to get employment. Damn, you been serving an informant that got recordings. Damn, Lord knows that money important, but you got choices. I'm just saying, if you got kids, you shouldn't want the streets to raise them. A lot of niggas locked up sitting waiting, cause they ain't had no patience, or they ain't had no faith in nothing other than coke and age. Riding dirty with open cases, all my partners on probation. Talk to God in San Diego, he said it's your last chance around. Pay attention. Ties in Texas. Laws, I'm a thug.
DJ Logan Garrett.
Grind hard. Hot chicken, 4th of July.
After it was all over, he took us in the house to serve his pancakes.
Lord, let me forgive. Never let me forget. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. You want beef with the king? What is you gonna do? We back. Another episode of Hood Tales with ConeHead. Extra early bird. It's 3 a.m. Do you know where your children are? It's a Thank God It's Freeday edition, you know. Episode 219. And we're going to talk about seizing the moment. And this has to do with, you know, back in the day, street shit. I remember I had met some essays just on some old, you know, business shit, just chilling and pretty much you know, serving and things like that. And I ended up building a cool little brotherhood with them boys. Like I believe if I would run into one of them right now, my life would change forever. But you know, it was a couple of my partners that I did, you know, I handled business with. You know, they'll come, I call them weekend warriors. Them boys will come through and spend money and, you know, kick it from time to time. And one of them, you know, we used to hang out. Like, we would go to, like, he took me to this little Mexican spot on the south side. And I'm in there with all these Migos, and I see the one Migo with the ostrich cowboy boots with the scorpion on them bitches, the cowboy hat, the big belt buckle. I was like, yeah, I know that's him. That's Hefe. And so, you know, the more we bonded, like I would go to shooters and take him to shooters and let him pick out the guns that he want, and he'll grab them bitches and ship them shits overseas. And so, you know, his pops had a ranch and everything over in El Salvador. So, you know, they can get the shit over there and sell that shit 2 to 3 times more than what they pay for in the States. So I had that situation going on with him, and then like one day he introduced me to a Colombian and a Cuban, and you know I ended up getting cool with them as well. So you know he would bring them boys to the nigga like on some cool shit, like yeah, let's get this money. So one day the little Colombian dude was like, man, I got people. He introduced me to his god brother. His god brother like, man, I got family outside of Plant City. He like, man, you know, need to holler at them. Boys, you know, boys strong. So me being this person who goes after what they want and go, especially when it was that street shit. Boy, I'm talking about I seized every opportunity I could basically to get to the bread. So, you know, I took a drive down to Plant City and I met up with Buddy. And we had a decent conversation. I mean, it was kind of cool. You know, we never ended up doing business, but that was just another option that I had because I had already had situations already set in place that was pretty lucrative already. But the reason why I'm speaking on that is because, like I say, when it came to the streets, that was just my lane. That was just what I was great at. Like, you know, I was a great communicator. I was a great facilitator. I could put the right people in the right situation and it'd be lucrative for everybody. And I kind of, you know, regret, and I don't use the word regret lightly a lot in life, but I really regret like walking away. I really do. I keep saying it. I say it outside of the podcast as well when I talk to my friends. I'm like, man, I wish I would have never walked away from this shit. I promise you, I was great at that shit. So it disturbs me sometimes when I sit here and I look and reflect on how set I was. Like, I don't care about the prison time. I don't care about the death or jail shit, the scenario, because at the end of the day, shit, you can go to jail for fucking a speeding ticket. You can go to jail for walking across the road, riding your bicycle the wrong way. You can go to jail over a container of fucking alcohol. You gonna die regardless. You can die from getting killed in the streets, or you can die from just getting cancer. You can die from being in a car accident. You can die. It's all kind of ways you can die and leave this bitch. So the death in jail thing wasn't scary to me because at the end of the day, I knew what I signed up for from Jump Street. And I mean, I had people talk me out of getting out of that life, which, you know, I understand the reasoning why. But what people have to realize and understand, your life is your life. No matter how it goes, it's your life. I wasn't anticipating the things that happened in the last 7 years because I was preparing myself to be on some square biz shit. Like, I was squaring up. Like, I had a great career with the merchant seaman shit, so I wasn't really bugging about, you know, things like that. But now that this shit done came full circle, like, these people done gave me a conviction. These people done sat here and I'm fighting still to this day trying to get this shit situated so I can get my life back in a better perspective. But I mean, I'm scrambling right now. But when I was doing my thing, man, I was good. I was set. I was on my way to being a kingpin that I always wanted to be. And I mean, at times, you know, I didn't seize the moment in a lot of situations either. Like when it came to the Robin Hood shit. Like, man, we could have been millionaires right now. If I would have took my money and got $1,000 worth of that fucking Dogecoin, I probably would have been up 300, 400, 500,000 right now. My stupid ass go buy Louis shoes and a Louis belt. 1,300. You know what I'm saying? And those are the moments that I'm talking about seizing the moment, man. Because, you know, me and Cuz talk about that shit sometimes. Like, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't even really touched my Robinhood app in probably like some months, almost a year, because I missed that moment when that wave came, and I'm so pissed with myself. Cause all I had to do was put $1,000 in my account, bought a gang of that shit, $1,000 worth of Dogecoin when that shit hit real quick and powered up real quick, and I'd have been good. You know what I'm saying? But you know, God got other ways and got better situations for me and for my future, I believe. So, you know, I'm working on getting this van. I need this van because I promise you I'm gonna take off when I get this new van and go ahead on and run that bag up. You know, it's different ways to make money. I've been cheating out some cats on YouTube and they actually been doing their little thing. But sometimes you have to go in blind and just take a chance and take a leap of faith and get in there and get what's yours. Like I'm sitting back, you know, anticipating that breakthrough and anticipating that door to open for me to where I can actually, you know, see daylight. I can see, you know, straight ahead. I can get out the fog and the smoke in the mirror. Because it's been a long time coming. It's been a long, long time coming. Like, I promise you. And, like, it seems like lately when I take 2 steps forward, I take 60 backwards. And I hate that. And anybody who's listening to my podcast, all my listeners and everything like that, man, seize your moment. Seize your opportunity, man. Don't let that shit go to waste and don't let that shit slide. Because you sit there and you be like, man, I wish I should have did that shit. Man, test your gut feeling, test your mind, all that shit. It come with it. It's important. Like, my podcast ain't where I want it to be, but I'm going to continue to do it till somebody say, you know what, he deserved that shit. And I'm going to seize the moment. I'm going to make sure that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to do that. I got my side hustle going. When that opportunity door open for me to make that, I'll go seize the moment. I'm going to take advantage of that shit. I'm not going to let things I'm not missing out on shit no more. I'm not letting shit go. I'm not finna sit here and wait and try to, you know, I'm going to keep praying, but I'm not going to sit here and not try to do something to help advance my situation. And that's what we all got to do. Seize the moment. Trust me, you will never regret it. You'll live with a smile on your face. At least if you try. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't willing to try, then shit, you don't never know what's going to happen. But I promise you, it's going to get better. Seize the moment. Like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Hood Tales with ConeHead, and I'm out.
You know, over 40% of the brothers in jail for nothing. Hey, my brother, what you here for? He said, nothing. I never did understand that for the sake of my life. He said, nothing. That's how long you here for? He said, ever? Now, you know it's a long time. You take the 4 off that motherfucker.
What if God was one of us? And just a thug like one of us. Looking for love in the club like one of us. Trying to make it off the slums like one of us. What if God was one of us? Just a thug like one of us. Looking for love in the club like one of us.
Lead on. I think I'm falling in love, yeah, with ballin', because I never had enough. I used to send it all to my plug, risk it all. Now my dog say that dog, that's what's up. And he scored triple double every time they sack, touch it, racked up. Hope them stacks come faster than them cuffs. Why would you wanna be like us? I laugh if you ain't have to hustle. Wasn't brought up in a struggle, never suffered. I bet a 9-to-5 job be so much better for you. Never mind, catch a charge, make a bond, get a lawyer. Damn, get a record, now it's hard to get employment. Damn, well, you been serving an informant that got recordings. Damn, Lord knows that money important, but you got choices. I'm just saying, if you got kids, you shouldn't want the streets to raise them. A lot of niggas locked up sitting waiting, cause they ain't had no patience. Or they ain't had no faith in nothing other than coke and H. Riding dirty with open cases. All my partners on probation. Talk to God in San Diego, he said it's your last chance around. Pay attention. Ties of Texas.
I'm a thug. DJ Logan Garrett. Grind hard.
Hot chicken, 4th of July.
After it was all over, he took us in the house to serve his pancakes.